It's a celebration. Celebration life. Don't have to be an occasion to celebrate. Welcome to the village, sweetie pie. Welcome, welcome. I was kicked out and was not able to get back in. I was receiving a lot of text messages. I'm sorry, guys, if you couldn't get in. Everyone will be able to get into this stream. I am ultimately sorry. And I want to send a special shout out to my baby girl, Janae. You, you may know her as Nakia B on here. Happy birthday, Janae. May you have many more. And I love you, love you, love you to the bone marrow. Will everyone get taken care of? And nobody gets left behind. How's everybody doing on this Friday? And yes, I'm in here jamming. This is my birthday, and I'm turning up. Turn down for what? Yes, enjoy yourself. And it's Mother's Day weekend, so shout out to all the good mommies out there. And if you're not a mother, but you take care of somebody else's baby, hey, shout out to you too. Let's get this doggone weekend celebration started. There's never a dull moment here, so come on in. How about we continue to have a good time? We're waiting for Pounds. He got locked out of the last stream, but I almost promise you he'll be back in here today. Let's go. Let's have a good time. Welcome back, Pounds. I knew you was coming back. Nothing but loyal, nothing but faithful. Welcome to the village. Let's keep this stream moving. We was having nothing but a good time. And one thing that I like about you and Sweetie Pie, y'all know how to travel on these journeys and these destinies right on with me to have an awesome and amazing time. And I want to send a special shout out to all the Christians out there that's living that life, not afraid to just jump right in and have a good time. Don't you dare let life pass you by. My mama used to always tell me, don't wait for your stuff, don't get fed. Happy Mother's Day weekend. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for acknowledging the mothers. And thank you, sweetie pie. This is what it's all about. And if you're out there on the porch, how about you come on in? You're having an amazing Friday. There's never a dull moment in this building. You love this topic? I love it too. Because at the end of the day, we're grown and we all have feelings. And sometimes we do like to think about all the beautiful things that we can do to be able to enjoy life. And just think about and fantasize what we can enjoy life with. And there's nothing wrong with creating your own fantasy about what you would like to do if you had an opportunity to do it. And the people that you would want to surround yourself with in doing it. And let me tell you something, sweet. Don't you dare miss an opportunity to enjoy your life. Don't you dare feel guilty about enjoying life. Because life is beautiful. And God gave us so many options. How about we use it? Let's keep these marriages alive. Who's talking about divorce? Not me. Not when you're hot and spicy. Nobody's even thinking about divorce. We're having too much fun. Let's keep it going, people. And I'm going to tell you something else. If you're out there and you've been considering divorce, before you consider divorce, try spicing things up a little bit. You might be surprised what you get. Sometimes you get to that fork in the road and it can make or break you. We all have options. Do you choose to make it or do you choose to break it? I choose to make it. I'm positive. Anything is possible if you want it. Are you wanted? Are you needed? Are you the type of person that knows what you want? What do you want? Let's go on that fancy hour trip. The moon is moving, dancing to the music. Don't you stop now. Okay, you just reminded me that this last year I was engaged. All right, but that's okay. That's okay. I want to send a special shout out to Pound because Pound's been going through a whole lot. And Pounds is that type of man that he looks for stuff in this silent little way. All he asks for is for the ladies to give him a smile. So here's to you, Pounds, my brother, because you bring joy to this village. And I smile just for you, Pounds. You're such an amazing brother. Thank you, Pounds, for being a part of this village. It's a sweetie pie. It's such a sweetie pie. Yes, I'm doing my little dancing machine. Thank you, sweetie pie, for all you do to keep the flow going and keeping the peace and always jumping right in with that ring. Make me- I got so many shout outs for everybody in this village. And I just want to say that I love you. And I love you for believing in me. And I love you for believing in this village. And I love you for committing to this village. Thank you, everybody that support this village. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lord, for shining, smiling on us. Jackson's dancing machine. Yes, I'm trying, sweetie. At least, yes. Oh, you know, pretty smile. Yes, bruh. Because let me tell you something. You're amazing, Pounds, and you go through a lot, and you're one of them silent sufferers. But you know that you and I, we talk about a lot of different things offline as family, and we had bonded offline also. And the one thing, you're such a simple man, and you don't require a whole lot. And anytime a man is just looking for a simple smile, ladies, give him a smile. Give him that smile that makes the whole room light up. If all he's asking for from us as women and his sisters and brethren in Christ is to just smile. And that'll make his day. Let's make his day every day. Because it's nothing like a beautiful smile. I've lived for a beautiful smile. Just joy. Someone that's happy with themselves. Because when you smile, the smile should be your signature. It should sign your name on the dotted line, if you know what I mean. And it don't cost a dime to smile. So here's to you, Pounds, a beautiful smile. You bring so much joy to this village. You're such an amazing man. And we wouldn't trade you in for nothing in the world. You and Alex don't come in here and y'all just make everything possible in this village. And without y'all, us ladies wouldn't even have much coverage of a man. But you are a man. And it's not every male that's a man. But you guys are men. And we love you for being the men you are that cover our village and protect the ladies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending love to the queen mother, number one. Thank you for the village and the love. You're welcome, sweetie pie. You're so just sweet. You're sweet to the bone now. Yes, sweetie. I'm loving you. Loving you. But I'm still a hard pill to swallow. Yes, But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, pals. We all have our life offline, and you know, I think sometimes when some of you all get an opportunity to vibe with me offline, you see some different things that goes on in my life. Because as much as I can be this ball of fire and all this energy, I also have a laid back side of myself also, where I'm subtle and I am that classy woman that can calm down and be that when I choose to be. Excuse me, we try to push each other forward and give each other that, you know, something special that just keeps the room lit. And when we come here, that's something that I believe all of our energy is just so excited that we light this atmosphere up. And it doesn't become a dull moment until we log out of here. And I love it. I love each and every one of you collectively as well as individually. No one particular person is a body. And it's just like with us being in the body of Christ. Somebody is the arm, somebody is the head, somebody's the leg, torso, etc. And as long as we continue to hold on to one another, respect each other, and encourage each other, I don't see this ever ending. This is something that I do see going on forever and ever and ever. And I thank you all that come in and take out the time out of your busy schedules to empower, encourage, uplift, and even get healing right here in the village. I get so many calls from so many people that talk about what this village has done in their life. And I thank the Lord for using us. And even some of you have called me offline just to say, wow, this was an amazing live stream today, or this took place and it helped me and I got some healing. And I just want to say to you that I am honored to be used. And I'm honored that all of you, every last one of you, are here to allow this village to be successful. Because this isn't something that I believe any of us imagined going into it. But throughout the day and night, my phone is lighting up from people all over the universe just saying, wow, I would love to be a part of your village and we love what you all stand for. And you all stand in unity. And I thank the Lord for giving us this assignment. And may He continue to bless us in this assignment with everything we need and a little bit of what we want to make this village continue to be successful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Queen, but I call on you with all my problems. I know at times when you say it to yourself, oh Lord, what is it? What is it now? That's not now. You know what? I actually don't pound. I take pride in being in position that when you call me, I can answer. And I'm able to feed your spirit. And that God is allowing me to be used in that way. I'm not the only one that calls. I get so many different calls. But I just am thankful that I am the one He chose to use. Sometimes it be honest calls, please, just because I know you are going to give me that word that I need to hear. And I agree. And I totally try my best to be authentic and real. And I try my best to stay in the vein. Even when I get a little aggravated, sometimes I have to regroup and ask God to bring me back to where I need to be and let me stand in His will. Because I always want whatever word I'm speaking over anybody to be from my belly and not from my flesh. Pound, you don't have to stay in the past and you can move on just as hard as long as you want to move on, you can. So you can do so, but you choose to stay there. That is why it's painful to you, and you have to make a choice to move on now. Okay? I feel you, sweetie, and yes, I have moved on. I have no choice. Hello, Queen of Six. Welcome to the village. Welcome, sister. Hello, host and everyone. Our Queen of Six. Queen of Six, I'm a waving. Welcome to the village, Queen of Six. You know, we always have these moments in the village when we surround ourselves. And I do believe that we kind of have like that coziness when you get that little throw that you put over you and it's fluffy and soft and you wash it and downy and it smells good and you put it around you and you just go into your comfort and you feel good about being in your comfort. And I believe that we witnessed that here in this village where we really just get comfortable with one another and we can express ourselves to each other. And the more and more we bond, the more we begin to open up to one another and be able to express what we really feel. And you know, all of you, long after I've logged off of here, you touch my spirit, my soul, with some of the beautiful things you say and do. And even when we're having those moments when things isn't always the best, because we go through life up and down, just like anybody else. We're not exempt from life ups and downs just because we are Christians. But sometimes when you come in here, you don't even be looking for the type of love that just start bouncing off the walls. And it's just so much love sometimes that you cry happy tears knowing that, you know, you got some good people left. There's still some good people left in this universe. And what I love about all of you that are in this village at this time is you are genuine and you come with generosity. And when I say that to say you're not worried about what someone else is doing. You're worried about living in the moment and making something better for someone right now, this minute. And I am so attracted to that. I love classiness. I love intelligence. I love people that are secure in who they are. I love people that give to know not one. But most of all, I love people that are just loving spirits, free, comfortable in their own skin. Don't put on airs for anyone. And that's what I find in all of you that were handpicked to be here. It's not by trial or error that you're here. It's not by trial or error that I'm here. And I know that it's a supernatural. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than anything that we could have imagined. And when I look at each and every one of you, God gave me a whole nother vision than the vision I had. And He showed me you all in this vision. And it's beautiful, the visions that I see. And that's what gets me right back in the seat time after time after time after time. When I read so many comments, the outpour of comments and text messages, even on the mock phone, of people just sharing how much they love the village and you know they've never seen anything like it. It makes me thank the Lord for every single one of you, not just myself, because this isn't something that one person can operate and do. It really isn't. And when you all call me or you come into the village and there's something going on in your life that needs that attention, I ask God to continue to let me be able to give you exactly what you need, the way you need it. And so far, so good. It's been a success. And that's what touched me. When I can take His word, His will, and everything else and make it work. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing in this world. There's not a house, a car, money, and nothing else. And speaking of money, money isn't nothing to me. Let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say it's not nothing, but it's not the most important thing to me. You will never see me in here chopping someone down because they don't have money. What means the most to me is people that share genuine love and people that have love in their heart. And it flows free. You don't have to be giving them something or mentioning their name or making them feel like they're about this and about that. They love you just because. And that's what I stand for. And yeah, we can have things back to the way it was. But you know what? I am an extremist in this way, and things are going to be better than what it was. Because anything that you go through, you should always want to take it to that next level up higher. And I am an extremist in that kind of way. I always better my condition. I always better my circumstance. So we're going up a little bit higher than where we were. We're not going to stay where we were. Elevation and motivation is what we're going to do. Welcome back, Alex, though. I'm sorry about the buffering. I didn't realize it was as severe as it was. And I do believe that a lot of people were not able to get inside to my last stream. And people were texting me, but that they waited to the last minute to say they weren't able to get in. So I apologize to everybody that may have missed out on the Love and Fantasy Island, because we had an awesome time in there just talking about all the beautiful things that we would like to do on a fantasy island, who we would take, how we would create it, who would we bring, and so on and so forth. So I apologize to everyone that got robbed of that opportunity. But yes, it's Friday. And every Friday in this live stream is always something. And I am just honored, even with the rain, even with the buffering, we still found a way out of nowhere. And that's what this boils down to. Never let something that you couldn't control take the joy from you. If you look at the caption, joy, 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 you bring me joy, joy, joy. And that's what we stand for. We can have all the greatest times having fun. But you know something? The most fun comes when we're still and things don't work out. But we still push through when we make it. That's what brings me the most joy. Things that's not rehearsed. We're so authentic, unique, and original. I look at Miss Moody the other day when she did her live stream. And I don't know what went wrong, but they were not able to log on. Her friends were supposed to be on there. But she was able to show us as an 8-year-old child that the show must go on and you must continue to do what you have to do. And I was never so proud of her to see at 8 years old, she took authority and God allowed her to be used to let even us as adults see that it's okay. Things are not always going to work out the way we plan, but just keep pushing on. Don't you dare quit and don't you dare stop. And she didn't stop until that camera went off. And she encouraged me. And there's something when our youth can lead us. So, I was saying that's what the God told me. That's Queen of Six, that's the beautiful day. And yeah, and I want to send a special shout out to you, Queen of Six, as an awesome mother, and let you know that you're being honored and acknowledged by the village right now as another one of the queens in here that is a mom, that is an amazing mom. And this is Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day weekend to you, Queen of Six. Have an amazing Mother's Day weekend and make sure that you enjoy your children. Live every day, everybody, as if it's your last. Because the way things are going right now, you just never know what it just might be. And whatever you do, never wish you had done something. Never put off tomorrow what you can do today. And that's words my mom always have told me. And the older I get, I am becoming more and more her daughter. I promise you I am. All of her wisdom nuggets is just raining all over me. Malachi, God is great. Welcome to the village. Welcome, welcome. That's right there, buddy. Hello, village. I was on your other line, but I couldn't chat in. Well, I'm sorry and I apologize to you, Malachi. I knew something wasn't quite right because we had such an amazing topic. But at the end of the day, things happen with the weather, and sometimes so many people are screaming at the same time. So I just want to make a public apology to all of my supporters out there that were actually trying to get on and they weren't able to communicate. I love you just the way you are and for being what you are. And I love you all for just believing in the village. And I'm sorry that sometimes there are diversities that keep us and prevent us from having our proper mind stream. But at the end of the day, and the beginning of the day, I'm just glad that we all okay and that God has kept us, and He will give us plenty more live streams where we'll all be in there together, able to laugh and joke and have an amazing time. So, hey, don't let it get you down, because I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm having an amazing Friday night, and I am so blessed that some of you were able to return to this live stream and still keep the flow of traffic going. There's nothing wrong with keeping the flow of traffic going. And you know something? We don't die, we multiply. I'm getting ready to get up and put on some more music, and we get ready to crank this thing right on back up. So if you're willing to have a good time and hang around a little bit longer, say amen, amen, amen in this chat. Greetings, greetings. Welcome to the village. Welcome to the village. The queen, why you not blue? Hold on. I want to ask y'all a question. This goes to Sweetie Pie and Pounds. Do y'all want to go back on Fantasy Island? Do y'all want to have a good time? Or would y'all like to talk about something else? Okay, Sweetie Pie. I want to send this out to my brother Pounds. Pounds, do you want us to talk about that topic or do you want us to talk about something else? Let me know. I have plenty of time. Big Bay is in the building. Good day, Big Bay. Come on in, Ma. Come right on in, sweetie. Welcome, Big Bay. Welcome to the village. Okay, it looks like we having a little bit of a better stream this time, guys. I apologize to everyone that was trying to get in because I know how it is when I'm trying to get in the stream. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all stop on that light. Go back out and light me up. Stop on that light. Let's practice stopping on that light. Let me say it like this. Let's practice stopping on that love. Because I love y'all. And I love what I do. And I tell y'all, this is something I enjoy doing. This is like my comfort zone. I love loving. It's up to you. I'm having you a shot of formal. Okay, so let me tell y'all, everybody get comfortable. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Kick off your shoes. Get comfortable. Get your little drinks, tinkle, use the bathroom if you have to. Everybody get in place because we get ready to turn this up a notch. Since the last stream got a little bit messed up because of the weather, we're not going to complain about that, right? Because one thing about the village, we stay well equipped. And baby, you just don't never know what you're going to get in this village. And sometimes when things seem to be one way, it's another. And now it's time to get down to the meat and potato things. You know why you came here. You came here because you like what you get in the village. It gives you something to think about. And you know you have a good time. So let's get down to the meat and potato thing. Let me ask y'all a juicy question. Matter of fact, let me zoom in. I got to zoom in. How many of you out there? Oh, wait, before I ask this question, let me just say this. Let's not be judgmental. Let's agree to disagree, and let's have fun. Even though we're talking about the topic, let's not get crazy, but let's give each other a nice little flow of traffic. But y'all know I stay with my water. I'm drinking my water. But let's just say it like this. If, right? If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. But okay, let's go on out on the ledge now. Because we gotta get out on the ledge, right? You know this never dull moment in this village. We gotta get out on that ledge. If you were dating someone, right? You had children with them. Things didn't work out. They moved on, right? They're married. They're happily married. They have a best friend. And you and their best friend just might be sweet on each other. They gave you their blessing. And they said, you know what? Y'all like each other? I'm happy. Take a shot at it. See what you can make out of it. No love is lost. Hey, y'all seem to really be compatible. So ain't no need of us crying over spilled milk. It didn't work out. So shoot your shot. I give you permission if y'all want to see what things can go to travel on out into that, waters with one another. So now your best friend, in other words, going for the shore, is giving you permission to date their baby mama or dad. Would you do it? Let me know in the chat. This should be interesting, people. There's never a dull moment in this village. We deliver. We never let you down. We just cannot let you down. And we won't let you down. Talk to me, everybody. What would you do? Would you take it? Would you leave it? Or are you still on the fence? I keep on telling y'all that the topics that come into this village is original. Ooh, and these are things that people can relate to because it's people's reality. And when something is your reality or you've been there, done that, or thought about it, you know exactly what that person is talking about. And we're always ministering in our own little way. There's a method to the madness, I promise you it is. God don't make mistakes. And I promise you, time after time again, it works, it works, it works. For some reason, I feel a little deja vu coming on. Laugh out loud. Well, let's just say this. Is we're standing in the truth. I've never experienced where, one of my children's father friends and I were in love, or one of my friend girls and my ex was in love, put it that way, or in life, or even wanting to take each other down. But I'm also open-minded, I'm very fair, and I don't like to be closed-minded. And I'm thinking, if you have a child with someone and they have a best friend and you and that person is attracted to one another, they've been split up for years, and they say to you, well, if you see this person as someone that you can make it work, and they see you as, a person that can make it work, I give you two my blessings. That's big. That's big, especially if they're really genuine and they say, hey, it didn't work out with us, but hey, y'all two things pretty happy and mousy with one another. So, what would y'all do? Would you take the bait? Can you date your best friend's baby father or mother or husband? And if you could date them, do you think that person are really comfortable with what's taking place? Talk to me, y'all. Let me know. Let's shake stuff up in this village. Or would that be a off-limit situation? Would that be the type of situation where you just feel like you're trailing on thin ice and it's never going to be a positive solution coming out of it? Let me know. No, I can't do that. I would want to walk away from that. Okay, let me know why you would walk away, Smitty Bob. What would be the word that make you walk away? What would be the emotion or the feeling or just like thing that make you say, nah, I don't want to get involved in this. this isn't something that I want to, put myself through. I can't slow down. I can't do that to my friend. Okay, so what did she say, sweetie pie? Girl, go ahead and take that man. I don't want him. I'm happily married. Y'all two seem like a nice little cute little couple. Y'all get along well. Go ahead, girl. I ain't think about that man. I'm feeling on myself. I'm over here doing my thing. I'm happy. And love is definitely love. So, girl, if you want that baby daddy, go ahead and take his no good behind off my head. Y'all know I was going to throw some salt out there. That much will stay on the hook simply because I'm defined for him. Okay, okay. So I can't do that. I'm not gonna have my friendship. Okay, now, Alex, I want to know from you since you're a male, and I love to hear things from a man's perspective. And she really likes you, and she said, like, Alex, I like you, and you really like her too. You kind of attracted to her. And then your homeboy said to you, well, listen, man, I'm done with her. I done did all I can do. I'm happily married over here. But son, if you like her, do what you do. Y'all go ahead, shoot your shot. Would that prevent you from shooting your shot? Or would you feel like, no, I don't want to take that type of, you know, chance with this woman in case something goes wrong. I don't want to, lose a friend. Or, like, how would you feel, Alice? I need you to talk with me right now. Bingo, welcome to the village. Welcome to the village. Good day, good day. It's not morning here, but it's morning where you are. Good morning to you. Come right on in. How would you feel about dating someone that is your best friend's ex, meaning husband or baby father? Would you date your best friend, husband, or baby father? Come on in, my Indian friend. Hello from India. Come right on in and join the village. We're talking about hot, spicy topics in here. You know there's never a dull moment. And if you come into the village, you just never know. So you definitely have to be well equipped and well ready. Because we talk about topics that take place all over the universe every day. And yes, they may get hot and spicy, but guess what? This is somebody's reality. Welcome to the village. I chose this topic because I spoke with one of our right here in the village about this subject. And sometimes we like to say the things that everybody want to hear. But guess what? We live in the real world. And sometimes things just don't always seem to flow the way they should. And you don't look at somebody and they look at you and your eyes lock and you feel something. Something you shouldn't be feeling because this person is off limits. This person is the best friend of the person you used to be with. And sometimes that you shouldn't even be looking them in the eyes in that kind of way. But you can't stop yourself. Stand for your truth. I'm going to put you in the spot. Not at all. That's crossing the line for me. Okay, Queen of Six, I'm going to get back to you. I was still leaving alone. That would only look like the whole time that I was around as a friend, I was sizing up your wife. That's not a good look. Don't forget to hit the mic. Thank you, Malachi. I would talk to my best friend first. Now, if he says it's cool, then yes, I would tell my Malachi. And your truth, Malachi. Hallelujah. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, I need to finish reading. Where Malachi went? Then I might Let me see. Yes, I will. That might be my soulmate. Okay. True, Alex. I couldn't do it, says Pound. Okay, I'm gonna go in Malachi's direction for a minute because I like to see stuff on both sides. And he's going against the grain right now. And you know I've always been that one that loved that one that goes against that grain. You understand what I'm talking about? That one that's not saying what everybody want to hear, but that one that's standing in their truth. And you know something, Malachi? I'm gonna tell you something, Malachi. You just make me a little bit. You know, I never had an experience where one of my friends came and told me they like women because I've been there. It's a but the kind of marriage I had, I know you definitely had. So that definitely was what limits. But the baby daddy now, let me tell you something, honey. If you want him and he wants you, round about now, he's yours. He's for the picking if you want. Okay, hold on now. Okay, okay. But let me just say this. I must put all jokes aside, right? If, say, one of my friends came to me, right, and they told me straight up, listen, you know, I know you haven't been with this man in years, and, you know, we kind of like each other. You know, there's something there. And I want to know if it would be a problem if we see where things go. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first broke up with them, I probably would have been like, what? Some furniture getting ready to be moving. But the feelings is not there that was there as far as romance and things of that nature. That chapter of my life is closed. So knowing me, I probably would say, well, you know what? If he like you and you like him and you was woman enough to come and tell me, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot. Just don't bring it around me. I don't know if I would want to be sitting up here eating bonbons and sipping tea with y'all. And I know all of his little secrets. Because then, you know, I'm petty. I'm not going to lie. Okay, we live in the truth, right? Forgive me, Father, but you know you created a petty child over here. I'm petty, right? And I start doing petty stuff. Yeah, I remember he used to do this and he used to do that. That boy was sweet on him something. Because I'm now just going to start being a nuisance. So maybe you might just want to leave him alone and go find somebody else. I couldn't do it. Laugh out loud, Malachi. Your music is a little loud, Queen. Okay, I did lower it. Is the music okay now? Right, Alice. I'm not touching it. Sooner or later, I will be called a rock low down snake in the grass but save myself the headache. Good pals. If my wife or girlfriend started messing with my best friend after we parted, I would believe that they been messing with each other and I would cut both of them off. Okay, pals, this is a no judgment song. Correct. Good evening. Hey, Vales. Good evening, the Queen, and all of the mods and everybody in the chat. Hi, Vales from Sweetie Pie, True Queen of Six, and Alice. 12 Vales say, you may do not, Eddie, stop lying. Hello, 12 from the, okay, she said hello to Sweetie Pie. Y'all got to excuse me because I know I still haven't got my glasses yet. I'm not ready to be sticking my eyes up in the machines. They got to air stuff out a little bit longer. So y'all forgive me if I'm looking a little illiterate. I could actually read. I just can't see that well. But we're gonna make it through it too. Yeah, but I am petty. I am the queen of petty. And y'all pray for me because I can be a petty person. And then I start doing petty crap. Like, so he did this. I know what I'm talking about. And I know I'm not the only petty person in here. Y'all not going to leave me out on this ledge by myself. You definitely not going to leave me out here on this ledge by myself. Thank you, sweetie pie. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers out there. But I'm gonna say this, and I want y'all to be honest with me. Royalty, thank you, Bell. I want y'all to be honest with me, and especially to the men. If a person came to you and they told you, like, okay, I know you haven't been with this person in over 10 years, and I kind of like this person. You know, it's something about her or him that kind of piques my interest, and I would like your blessings to date that person. Would you give them your blessings to date your ex? Any person in here? I doubt that very seriously now. I would still speak to my best friend ex, but I would never become sexually involved with her. That's simply the way I do things. To each his own. Okay, okay, don't shoot nobody. We ain't busting no guns. We just trying to figure it out. We gonna hear everybody out. I'm petty. Oh, yes, you better know I ain't gonna sit here and tell you no story. Oh, you want to date one of my exes? Oh, go ahead, girl. You can have him. But it's no good behind. Because if he wants to, guess what? He can have you too. And then guess what I'm going to do when y'all get in the mix of stuff? That's right. Because y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say it. Draw your own conclusions. Forgive me, Father. But y'all already know what I'm going to do. Just to let you see he a no good dog. We ain't getting started tonight. See, this is why he wasn't letting us get in that other chat room because he knew we was going to cry. You know it's never a dull moment in this village. And you know we going to clown when we come in here. When I'm done with a female, I can care less who she date or marry. But I would wish the best for her happiness. I don't even talk to my ex like that. They not my friend. Okay, let me just say this, right? There's certain things. Now we're gonna say standing in truth, right? I have guys I dated, and they wasn't really in my chest. If you understand what I'm saying, I think every woman have had men that they were dating, but they weren't in their chest. Meaning you weren't in love. And you might have cared about it, but you weren't in love. There might be other things that kept y'all together, whatever that might have been. Let's keep it clean. We're gonna, respect the atmosphere. But you understand where I'm coming from, you grown adult people. But if you my friend and I have shared things, not to the point of intimacy, but I love this man. Or, this is someone that I really care for. Even though we're not no longer together. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Because that's gonna make me start looking at you a little suspect and cock at it like where you come from and who does that. But if it's somebody that I messed with and we was alright, but he wasn't in my chest, and then you say, well, girl, I used to talk to him, but I seen him around and he looking good and he asked me out. Will it be a problem? Girl, go right on. I really don't care. I really don't. But if somebody I really cared about, don't mess with them. Okay. Yes, I would because She got a life to live, and I just didn't work out, and it just didn't work out with me. Love you now, Let's shake stuff up in here. I would have a big problem if my ex came full circle with someone I knew. Okay, okay. I just don't look like it. Just don't look like my best friend divorces his wife. Then I turn around and get with her, and me, I was only pretending to be to be like I was pretending to be your friend to get close to her. I always was attracted to her. I talked to my exes, but I try not to burn bridges. And now we talk, then we see what went wrong, and most of the time the relationship, and most of the time in the relationship, it was communication. I have a few exes, and I'm still cool with it. Things just did not pan out. It's up every once in a while without me mugging each other. Oh, we can still chop it up every once in a while without me mugging each other. I'm happy to see you laughing again. I'm happy we back to normal. Amen. Well, let me say this. You know, that's a hard pill to swallow. And I'm going to tell you why. I think I would respect my friend if they came and asked me rather than sneaking and creeping, doing it, and I found out. I think I would be really outraged if I found out you met someone like that in the street. Because you know, folks don't come tell you nothing of importance. But they see your ex with your best friend, honey, they will make a beeline to you. If they got to borrow some money to get to you, they get ready to come and sit down on your couch and tell you. And nowadays, everybody have one of these devices, and they gonna have receipts. They done sat there and took down this and did that, and they got pictures. Girl, look, I done spotted him over here, and I saw them. They got the whole kit and caboodle on. You would think they done went to cheat if they got so many receipts. And you're sitting there, and it ain't nothing like somebody telling you something you don't know it already, and you want to try to make yourself feel good, but you person on the inside, and you sit there going, "Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, I can. That's him. Kill somebody." Okay, let me see. Now we bringing my ex to my house. Now he bringing my ex to my house. Not going to happen. No way, no how. Oh no, we can't do that. No, that ain't gonna happen. Not coming here and cupcaking. That's not gonna happen. That's just gross. Half of my butt off. You would be crazy. Um, the one that was yours at one point now belongs to your homeboy, and that brings her to your household. Yeah, things can only get ugly real quick. I just can't see myself with none of my friends that are too many people in the world for somebody to mess with my leftovers. You right about that. But you know, I've never had any friends, and I'm thankful for that because I was attracted to their dude. Maybe I just never looked at them like that. But I have had a couple of friends who, when they broke up with guys, and guys probably done did it to me too, they started dating, or tried to date one of my friends and shoot their shot. I'm going to tell y'all what did happen to me. I had broke up with this young man, right? And he dated one of my daughter friends. And he tried to get me upset by dating my daughter friend. But what he did was make it where he could never ever come back. And then after he seen that I didn't pay him no mind because now you just crossed the line, then he no longer even wanted her because he seemed like he was doing it to get a rise out of me. But I didn't let him push me to that point because there's certain things that you just don't do. And when you date my daughter's friend, you just put a nail in your own coffin. And if it was any chance of us working out anything, you just killed it. And I'm not going to be mad at my daughter's friend because she's a young lady and she's much younger. But don't you come back this way, ever. And I just want to let anyone out there that's going through this understand that there's certain things that just a no-no. But what if your best friend told you, go ahead and date them, y'all look happy together? Would you take the bait? And where's Big Bang? Big Bang, get in here and let us know what you would do, Big Bang. For me to have this short stop, a pit stop to my best friend ex, some tagging of my ex. And the crazy part is she probably would be telling him everything about you. Now he's looking at you totally different. Well, yeah, that's kind of crazy. Nope, nope, and nope. I would rather have my own, not no one else left over. I don't mind having someone else's leftovers now. I mean, provided that I didn't have a close relationship with either of them. You know, that's a rough ride. That's definitely a rough ride because okay, sometimes people say things because their ego is kicking in. They say, "I don't care," but deep down inside, they do care. So how do you decipher whether they really gonna be upset or if they're saying I don't care and they really don't care? Hello, Bengals. Welcome to the village. Welcome, welcome. Come right on in, jump right on in, and let us know how you feel. Let us know what you're thinking about. Let us know how you might want to do things. There's never a wrong way. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And guess what? We learn so much from each other. And nobody's is right. Hey, it's all about what you might do. So let's get right back down to the meat and potato thing. I love the way y'all think. Okay. So many little jackets in here, room everywhere. Yes, Blue's Clues, honey. If I see a woman that is married that I find attractive, and she is divorced, I will mess with her because I'm not their friend. So, only loyalty is this point is to myself. I really don't forget to hit the like button. I was down, yes. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And I always tell y'all that this in this village. There's certain things that is just a no no and you just don't do. And you know, when I break up with somebody, you know, I'm a lot better than I used to be. I try to do it in a different way so that we can at least see each other in the street without turning into monsters. But at the same token in time, you know, don't come back around here. What you come back around here for? Don't start hanging around my people. No, go on. To me, it sounds like a setup for failure. Okay, I'm gonna say this: if the two people are attracted to one another and they like each other, or they might have, you know, did something before and just never, you know, revealed that they took that step, You know, because people be doing crap. Let's call a spade a spade. You know how somebody be like, well, we did something that I like it, but she don't know we did something, and she don't know you did nothing, but she said, well, go ahead, girl, I don't care. And then, you know, he's still looking at the woman like, well, hey, if she's with it, I'm with it. Like, hell, like, how y'all push through that? What about what I said? If I see a woman that, oh, okay. I dated two women that was married at home. So it was all good. Okay, okay. You know, I always tell you, I don't judge anyone because things can happen in your life that you never would have thought you'd have found yourself in. And, you know, I'm very realistic. And I've seen a lot of stuff. And I was like, wow, I would have never expected that. And I've had things done to me by people that I would have never expected to do it. So our reality is that the subject is not an isolated subject. There are so many people that have messed with their friends or their family, ex, or the person they still with, mom, ex. They done mess with your man or your woman, and you still in the relationship with them. But I would just hope that, you know, it wouldn't be where you knew and they would be able to escape. Because once you find out something like that and you're still in the relationship, that's the end of the relationship. Yeah, the wrong version in the church house get a date. Of course, a person that's a virgin can get a date. Let me explain something to you. The thing that a lot of y'all don't know about me is that I'm celibate. And I've been celibate for a while and I get quite a few dates. But here's the thing, honestly, I let men know up front when they ask me out on a date, yes, I'm willing to go, but I am celibate. So if that's not a problem and you would still like to take me out, hey, where do we go and what I need to wear? And as long as you're honest with people and you're upfront with them, I don't see it being a problem or tragedy. But if they decide because they're not going to get anything that they don't want to take me on a date, then that's okay too. That's where communication comes in. And communicating with people allows everybody to put the money on the wood. And what do I always tell them? Money on the wood make everything good. Shoot straight from the hip. Let them know what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. What you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. This way, there's no confusion. We're grown folks. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes thing. What y'all really want? Married women get divorced and pick up the next husband when you got 40 years old cat women with no husband. If they're not my ex, it doesn't concern me if they decide to mess with my best friend. My thing is, if my ex hooked up with my best friend after we split, they both would be a real talk, okay? Yes, I hear you, Queen. I like communication. And Alex, I hear that, said the Queen of Six. Okay, and I understand. I'm very liberal and I'm listening to everybody because you gotta always understand what you're going up against, and you gotta understand what's going up against you. Because when the wind blows, honey, sometimes it's not blowing shit, and sometimes when the leaves go up in the air, they come back down, and they hit their ground hard. And let me tell you something. It's time to stand in some truth. There's too many people getting cheated on for everybody to be doing the right thing. Once again, let's get down to the meat and potato things. I need some women. I'm resent some women been married 3 times and never been married. It's married. Never been married. It's married. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you, Tintel. Another thing I strongly detest is when someone has on within a week their spouse is already with someone else. I've never dealt with someone like that. Okay, that's from Alice and Tintel said how they keep getting married. Okay, okay, let's go one at a time. Let's start with 10. 10 gals, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know because I've always been that woman that I always wanted to be married once. And I said the only way I would marry again is if my husband was deceased and God, divorced us. Then I would marry again. Outside of that, I've always wanted to marry once. Now, to Alex, I don't know how a person, when you together with them and, you pass and they start to date or marry somebody right away. You see, it took me a while and I still go through some things because my cousin was my best friend and we were very close. And I did go on a date maybe about a year or two ago and I wasn't quite ready and I thought I was. And this young man wanted to hold me. And when he put his arms around me, I kind of like backed off on him. And he knew what was going on. I was just feeling a certain type of way. And I had to let him know that I'm just not ready. And he understood. And going forward now, when I talk to men, I let them know I haven't really been with a man since my husband passed. And I have to, be embraced into it. You just can't just meet me and start hugging and kissing all over me and grabbing all over me because I'm not ready for all of that to be just, thrown on me like that. Give me a minute to warm up to you and get used to you and let stuff slowly flow. Not as soon as I meet you, grabbing and pulling and pulling. It's like, oh God, no, it's just too much. Love is love. This is from Pound. So if they want to bang uglies, then so be it. But I could do it with someone that close. Well, not again laughing my butt out loud. If I know they are still in the relationship, I will not touch that relationship. That's not me. Okay, okay. But it happens. I mean, it happens a lot. If I know they are still in a relationship, I will not touch that relationship. That's not me. Okay, okay, okay. But some will. Some will. Let's not sit here and act like folks won't sit here and be like, oh, I'm a Girl Scout. Y'all still together? Okay, he up with it. Then we woke up. Then we woke up. Shoot. Some people would be cheating on you in your house. They be sitting right in your house cheating on you right up underneath your nose. And you cooking and cleaning and feeding everybody. And they sitting right there cheating on you right up under your nose. And they made a fool out of you. Everybody know they cheating but you. That's when somebody get hurt. Have you ever been in that situation where everybody know you was being cheated on and stuff for you? Somebody get ready to get left behind. I promise you they are. I know they are. If I broke up with my wife or girlfriend and her friends started hitting on me, I would respectfully decline. Even though we're no longer together, my principles and morals doesn't change. Good standards. I feel you on that, Alex. Woo! Okay. So now, okay, is it fair to say that everyone except for Malachi in the chat would not push that envelope? They would say, no, you off limits. You my friend X. I don't want nothing to do with you. Stay away from me before you cause a problem between me and my friend. Now, what would you do if you found out your friend, your best friend, was dating your ex? How would that set with you? Would you be all right with it, or would you be upset if you found out that your friend decided to date your ex? And what if y'all had a one night stand years ago, but you decided to let it go, and now you're around each other and you're kind of feeling that energy? What would you do with the energy? I do understand that, dear, but I keep it to, I keep it down to not sure to say how we my daughter's godmother got to that point. Oh, I really would be mad. Oh, okay. All right, let me ask you something. I want to address this to Mr. Pounds. You had a situation that we're well aware of with your daughter's godmother, and she's still around, and you and her are okay. It's not as if you're enemies or anything. And I believe there's some unfinished business there. Am I correct? Is there some unfinished business between you and this lady? And how many of y'all think that there's some unfinished business between Pounds and this young lady? Put it in the chat. If I end up smashing your wife in the open when you and divorce, that means, oh, I was smashing her with the logo when y'all weren't married. We were never friends. We were simply a sleeping stone. You better know it, a stepping stone. You better know it. You know, I kind of like this topic. The reason why I kind of like this topic is because I always feel like this village has a way of ministering to people that's not just sitting right here inside of the village with us. There's always people that we are talking about and able to give people so much insight and awareness and understanding. And that's why I do like when we may not always agree because one person may be leaning one way and the other person may be leaning the other way. So it doesn't make one particular person's opinion right or wrong. It's just a matter of your thought factor and how you carry yourself. So put it in the chat. And I want to say this: if you find yourself attracted to one of your friends, ex, or how you said the person they with, sometimes it's time to just remove yourself. I always felt that if I was attracted to one of my friends' husband or boyfriend, I wouldn't come around them. I would stay away for protection. That I would not find myself in a position to start looking at that person in a way that I shouldn't be, or being around them in a way that I shouldn't be. And knowing me, I would just withdraw myself. They probably would never know the real reason why I stopped coming around, but I would stay away from that situation so that I could avoid any kind of, you know, unwanted energy, especially if, there's a physical attraction. It makes me wonder what causes infidelity in a marriage, especially when you have the person that you have for them is not enough to stay committed. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. Somebody else probably will have to converse about that because I'm gonna share some stuff with y'all. I always keep it real with y'all. I didn't get married until I was ready to be committed. I could have been married, but I knew I wasn't really quite ready, or the people that I was with was not ready. And before I got married, I knew that that's not something I wanted to introduce into the marriage. Is, being a person that's cheating and things of that nature. And I did make sure that was known up front. Did he ever cheat in the marriage? He never got caught. Put it like that, because you just never know what somebody did. But he never got caught cheating, so that's all I can go by, vice versa. But I can count for myself and say I never looked at men in that kind of way. Could I cheat if I wanted to? Of course. And I think almost everybody can cheat if you want to. Because it's something about when you already have somebody that makes it that much easier to cheat. Cheating is not rocket science. You don't have to, be or do not use to cheat. But I always had my vision in one direction. And it wasn't about me trying to say, oh, what about this person? I'm going to shoot my shot over here. And when guys would come in and they would say, well, are you happy married? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Go on about your business. Don't stop there. Because you have to say, but the time we live in now, couples are stopping, are stepping out their relationships for main reasons. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why people are stepping outside of their relationship. And it all boils down to a lot of people don't have the same morals and values, and don't respect marriage the way it should be respected. Marriage is a big union, and it should be nothing coming in between you or around you. But unfortunately, sometimes people just don't have that type of mindset. I didn't get married until I was ready for marriage, because there was a couple of people I was with that I was engaged to before my husband. But I just knew it was something that was not right. And it didn't make him a bad person. It's just that I knew we wasn't compatible in that way where we were made in a faithful marriage. And not just them, me too. If I'm with you and I'm looking at the next man like, wow, he's on. If I wasn't with this person, I could see me and him going somewhere. I shouldn't even be looking at him. Keeping it 100, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship with a woman. I'm 100%. When I'm in a relationship with a woman, I'm 100% loyal, faithful, and committed. I don't care who comes around. I'm not swayed. I'm so in love with that woman that I define as being special. When I start sniffing around elsewhere, that means the relationship is over. So I leave because I'm no longer feeling fulfilled there. I'll leave before I cheat. That's me. I'm too old to be trying to creep and crawl and deal with that. You know, if I have to cheat all over you, what is the purpose? When you get to be my age and you still creeping and crawling and hustling up and down trying to, it's just too much energy. Yeah, it's just too much energy. And I'm not going to put myself in that situation. The connection good over here. Yeah, we still cool, but as far as feeling stronger than friendship, there is a big fat zero left now. It was what it was way back then. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Sometimes you can have an experience that we already know isn't right, and sin feel good. We all can agree. But at the end, you know that that's just it, and it has ran its race, and there will be no more, and there will be no return. My thing would be this also. Is it a sex thing, or is it something that you see as a long-term situation? Because if it's just a sex thing, it's not worth ruining a good friendship. But if there is a genuine connection and the person don't mind you dating, that's another thing. I don't know how to feel about that. But if it's somebody that you might have took down and it was alright, and maybe you just want to take them down a few more times, it's not worth it. I agree, Alex. When you meet the right person, there isn't really time for no one else. I was engaged to someone before I married my husband, right? And we broke the engagement off. But I remember asking her one day, I said, Mom, how do you know that that person is the one you want to spend the rest of your life with? And she looked at me. Now, mind you, I'm engaged at this moment. And she said, well, when you get ready to get married to that one that's for you, you won't ask me this question. And I felt like, but why? And she said, because when you get ready to marry the one that's for you, no questions will even need to be asked. You would just know. And when she told me that, I thought about it day after day. And I didn't understand it at that moment in time. But when I met my husband, there was no discrepancy. The day we got married, people kept asking him. He was way over there. I was way over here. You nervous? He would say no. And they would ask me the same thing. Mind you, we both don't know. Everybody's asking us both the same thing. Are you nervous? And I would say no. This is the one. He's the one. And I knew. And I realized what my mom had told me was true. I didn't question it. And to spend the rest of my life with this person was just like, okay, I'm ready to make this commitment. And there wasn't a man that can become attraction in my vision. When I looked at men, I don't care how they were and what they had, I did not feel intrigued. And I realized that what she said was so true. You don't question it when it's the right person, and you just know it. So if you're with someone and you're still searching and looking, that person is not the one you should be with. And then again, you got some people who just don't have no kind of self-discipline of their sexuality. And having self-discipline of your sexuality plays a role. And as far as a woman, I know some of y'all women are classy in the street. When you gain discipline of your sexuality, you empower yourself as a sister, as a woman, as a queen, to know that you don't have to open your legs to every 2 feet that stand in front of you. And when you learn how to keep, and I'm not saying this to be judgmental of anyone, I'm just calling it like I see it because you're in the village and I am the queen lover number one. You will empower yourself. You know how they say there's power in the stuff? Yes, that is the truth. There is. And you have to know when to not open up your legs. And sometimes keeping your legs closed and getting to connect with someone in a way that's not sexual is where you get your breakthrough. And it don't just go for women, it go for men too. Sometimes when you learn to keep yourself and get to know this person, that's where that real bonding comes. And when you get real bonding, that's when all that other stuff will work itself out. And then when you get to the sexual level, everything is magical because you already have obtained the main ingredients of the relationship. So let's get the main ingredients of the relationship off the ground. And then once we do that, everything else will work itself out. But don't base anything on a one night stand when it comes to long term friendships because it's not worth it. I believe that when you're with them. I agree 100%. You just simply know an unquestionable connection. You definitely know it when it's there. That's from Alex, from Sweetie Pop. That is so right because we're learning as women to make sure we looking for what we need. Amen. There's so many things that we have done wrong in life. I know I have. Let me say I have done wrong. I have been that woman that if a man cheated, I would get him back. Yeah, I did that. I would get him back. I would say, you know what, I'm gonna hurt him too. Was it the right thing to do? No, absolutely not. You don't get ahead by doing wrong because somebody did you wrong. And I had to learn that a woman cannot do what a man do and wake up in the morning and still be admired. Because a man, from the beginning of time, they have been able to get away with having so many different women. But a woman don't get away with having so many different men. Your integrity, your character can be assassinated by you doing too many things that's out of order. And when you do get ready to find a husband, you don't want everybody going, ooh, no. She has just let her reputation over exceed herself. And if you're a true queen, you know what I'm talking about. I speak from experience within 5 minutes of being female. I can tell if she's a jump off for someone worth my efforts of taking things further. Real talk. Amen. So I ask y'all a question at this time as we continue to converse about this subject. I do believe that the majority rules that it's just not a good decision to coexist or have a relationship with your best friend's ex. Even if they're giving you blessings, it's just not acceptable and it's not okay. Because where I come from, the majority rule And the majority has ruled that it's just not a good decision. So to anyone that's out there that's looking to date someone that's their ex's relationship or whatever the case may be, or ex relationship, I would advise you not to do it. The numbers shows that the deck will be stacked against you. And if the deck is stacked against you, 9 times out of 10 you have no wins, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, thank each and every one of you that took out the time to come in here and just open up yourselves and talk about all the different things that will be or not be when it comes to dating your ex, your best friend ex. Because your best friend is family. That's the way I see it. Your best friend is someone that's been around through thick and thin and thick. And, sometimes things happen. And I'm not going to sit here and escape and make excuses for folks. But sometimes people let their flesh get in front of what's right and what's wrong. And if you have overstepped those boundaries and you got away with it, let's just say, let's keep a clean slate. And even if your ex is telling you it's okay, go on, y'all can be together, don't take the bait. Because if you take the bait, you might find something else that you didn't bargain for. And going forwards, whatever puts you in a situation where you stepped out of boundaries, try not to let that be your situation again. Because if you do it again, then it's not a mistake, it's a habit. And then you have to start searching into your own soul to figure out why. Why am I doing these type of things? So with that being said, I think that we did get down to the meat and potato things, and we realized how much it can be out of order. And sometimes things that's out of order just need to be left just where it's at. Don't keep going further in. Just leave it alone. And hopefully things can die down and you can continue to be yourself. And I'm just happy that we had this discussion. I've enjoyed hearing everybody's input and output. That's what makes this a village. And I love that we are able to agree and disagree. And I also understand that we all are wired different. So thank you all for sharing. I believe that when you're with the right person, I feel what you're saying. That is so right because we know that's what it is. I speak from experience, with finance, drop off, yes, yes, yes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I absolutely love this live stream. I absolutely could not say anything more. To everybody that's in this live stream, God bless you. God bless you. We've been on live today since 7 o'clock, talking about one thing or another in the village. And let me tell you something, this is a family. I love this family. And if there's ever anything in this family that you need to talk about, this is how we handle things. We sit down as mature, classy people, and we just shoot it out there. And we listen to everybody with no judgment. Because this isn't about looking down our nose and judging people. We're too mature and loving to do that. This is actually about being able to give people some insight and closure and healing. And sometimes help someone from further making a worse decision than they already have made. I love you all. I love you all because you stood in your truth. You came in and you shared and cared. And to the person out there that's going through this, I do believe you got your answers. And I hope that it has helped you in making your decision. You're amazing. And I thank you for bringing this topic to me. I thank you for bringing this topic to people all over the universe that might have needed a word. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Lord, when this person logs off of the site, minister to their spirit and let them know exactly what they need to do because my job is done. Thank you, everybody. I will take your advice, dear buddy, but I will not get in that situation, okay? Same to you. Until time takes into the future and brings us together, I leave as I came in peace. Amen. Peace, bro. From Sweetie Pie. Good night, the Queen and the village. Good night, everybody. And thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining. There's never a dull moment here. I promise you that. And if you have a topic that you want to talk about, make sure you bring it right here to the village. I promise you,